It was early morning on the island of Sodor, and Henry was taking his passenger train down the line. Unfortunately, he couldn't stop in time, crashed through some unsecured buffers, and fell into the sea. Henry was now in the water. When Sir Topham Hatt heard the news, he wanted to go fetch an engine to pull the other express coaches away from the wreckage. He asked if Thomas and James could do it, but, well, I might as well just show you why Thomas or James can't do it. Oh. So, yeah. If you remember your down the mine logic, then, well, here's why Thomas can't pull Henry out. He crashed into a mine shaft, and the reason why James can't do it is because... Give me a moment. That's the reason why. So when Sir Topham Hatt heard that Thomas and James had crashed, the only other engine that was available was Percy. So when Percy heard the news, he immediately chuffed off to go get the other coaches. Percy raced down the forecourt branch, heading towards the harbor. He went as fast as his little wheels could carry him. As Percy went down the line, he sang a little song, "Off to go save the passengers from Henry's train," because silly old Henry fell in the water. But Percy was also remembering the time he also fell in the water, but he doesn't like talking about that around the other engines. He doesn't want to be reminded of that. Percy didn't even bother to go talk to James. He was too what's the word? Too desperate to save to help the other passengers in the express coaches. The other passengers that were in the derailed coaches were able to evacuate. Percy was puffing up to Henry's wreck. Percy went slower to couple up to the coaches. He was coupled up to the train, but he found out he was coupled up to one of the derailed express coaches. So his driver uncoupled from that coach, and how did Percy derail? What the heck? The other two express coaches were lifted out with the breakdown train. Here's the buffers that Henry ran through. Somehow they didn't even crash into the water. Percy was re-railed. He went around, coupled up to the express coaches, had to delete the third express coach to spawn in Percy, so that's why there's only two. Percy was shunting the two express coaches back down the line. Will Henry be rescued, or will he stay in the water for a longer time? But that's a story for another day. Percy raced down the line back to Knapford, because this game is based off the Railway series. Knapford is Ellsbridge style station. Yes, the Ellsbridge station from the 1984 Thomas and Friends TV show. Percy had to be careful not to derail the last two coaches. He went past a derailed James. Don't worry, James. The top of the hat will pull you out soon. James could only wait to be pulled out as Percy quickly puffed down the line towards the station. Percy was almost at his at the end of the destination. Percy pushed the last two remaining coaches into the sidings. He left the coaches behind and went off. Percy thought it might be helpful to pull out Thomas from the mine, but that's a story for another day.